Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome back to Secret of Mana, where we have finally defeated the witch, and more or less we didn't really defeat the witch as much as we defeated her pet, and that was enough, I guess, because then the witch just ran out of magic and decided, you know what, I'm done terrorizing everybody. I guess I'll live my life in seclusion and not pay for my crimes. But now that I have the whip, this shortcut can be done. Apparently there are problems at the water temple. So, that is the next direction for the story, even though there is another a temple that has a magic seed somewhere underneath the town of Pandora, I believe. No, underneath the dwarf city, that is currently inaccessible. But let's see what's going on here first. I probably should just leave these bridges open, because I'm probably going to come back. I'll restore you. Want to save your game? Okay. Undine, the elemental water, lives in a cave behind a waterfall. It's east of the steps to the palace. You've got to find her. Her seal on this palace has failed, and I fear she is in great danger. That's it? Okay, so I guess I have to go to the other palace, which is, I guess, back in the place with the dwarfs. Okay. You know, I was thinking about that last fight against the, oh, too much candy. Against the witch's pet. And the fact that it was very close. As it did lead to the defeat of one of my party members, but the other ones managed to survive. So, thusly, victory for everybody. And that's kind of led to two questions. One being, am I not leveled enough? And two, am I not equipped enough? And I think that's the issue that I ran into, is that I'm not necessarily equipped enough. Like, the only healing item I had on me was 4 pieces of candy, and this game is very limited in regards to how much of a given item you're allowed to carry on you. Since you only can carry like 4 pieces of candy, 4 medical herbs, and you have 3 characters, so you use 1 for each character, and you've only got 1 left. So I might not need the chocolate. Like, there are better healing items available in the shop, which I might not need just yet. But it's good to at least have it on me. So, supposedly the witch was the one who was making people into zombies. But now she's done doing magic, but the people are still zombies. That is not very convenient. Also, going back to this place is especially useful as I can now upgrade the boomerang. Nope. There we go. It is now a chakram. I forget the fact that weapons get new labels and designations and even new icons as you upgrade them through the ranks. Now, as for who I'm supposed to talk to or where to go, let's see if the Elder has any suggestions. Although probably the Elder has no suggestions because he is also a part-time con artist. Please take care of the little guy. He has nothing. Okay. Okay. So now that I have... Nope, that did not do anything. Okay, so clearly I wasn't paying attention to what she said last time, because I went to a different cave behind a waterfall. Apparently there are multiple caves behind waterfalls in this game. Cave-based waterfall systems are really in high supply. Also, these fish look really happy. And now they're dead. But yeah, like the dwarven city of like Gaia's Navel is, my gosh, they got me like cornered now. And the whip is not a good short-range weapon. And also, clearly these guys are a little bit tough for me, so either I need better equipment, or I need to level up a bunch. Maybe one or the other, we'll see. In the meantime, what are you? What the... Maybe I should give the sprite some candy. Because he is almost dead. Now he is dead. I probably should have given him some candy. It is too late for him. Also, it would be very nice if this guy could just stand in one... Okay, that should have hit. That also should have hit. It did not. There are a lot of these should have hits. Oh, so this is a full-on boss fight. Oh, he actually just... Can you please stop swallowing my main character? Oh my gosh. It would be really nice if, oh my god. This is... See, now I probably should give, like, Nick some help, but he just keeps just standing there. Do I have to move him myself? Oh, and now in that interim, he's cured himself. Great. And now he's dead. And now they're flashing so much, they're slowing down the game. Ah. Do I have any sort of ability to raise the dead? Is that what the Cup of Wish? That's what the Cup of Wishes is for. Okay. It would be nice if there were actually explanations for any of these items. So let's give her some candy. And let's change out some of these weapons, because clearly I'm using the wrong weapons for this fight. She is toughest with a spear, it looks like. Ah, damn it. I really wish he had more than one attack. And if some of these attacks could actually connect. Ah. Like, it is a mystery why some of these attacks aren't connecting. Or at the very least, it's a mystery to me. And he's in his... Oh, okay. That's it? Okay, I probably should head off, resurrect Sprite, and then come back. I'm gonna go do that. Alright, back, everybody's alive, Sprite is already almost dying. It's kind of, I find myself wondering again, like, how much grinding do I necessarily, need to do versus how much grinding would I want to do, to make it a little bit on the easier side. Like, do I necessarily want the game to be too challenging? And can I actually level up in order to, decrease that challenge? And yeah, here is Undine. And I didn't realize it until now. I never looked up the name Undine. I believe Undine is used as one of the spirit names in Golden Sun. So that might be a reference that I just do not know. I am Undine. My power is your reward. I'll give you 2 kinds of magic. Ripley can use my recovery and defense magic. Okay, I actually have magic now. Sprite can use my battle magic. There's no magic meter? And me? What about my magic? Your mana sword will one day become more powerful than any magic. You can receive an elemental's power, such as Ice Saber, on your sword. Ripley can cast Ice Saber on your weapon to turn enemies into snowmen. What fun. And this, take this with you, it is one of the mana weapons. I forget how quickly this game just loads you with weapons. Received pole dart. Call me anytime. But you didn't give me your phone number, Undine. Gained Undine's powers. No one can stop me now. That Ripley has nothing to say? Okay, so how does the magic work? Is that just kind of like a replacement for weapons? I probably should examine a character who has magic. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I might actually have to do this myself. So Sprite can now freeze people, Acid Storm, and Energy Absorb. And Ripley can now use the Ice Saber ability. Remedy, is that would be like heal status effects and then Cure Water. Which now I have 5 more heals in the inventory, which would have definitely been very useful in that previous boss fight. Can I... nope, I have to activate it through the menu system. Actually, let's see if the action menu has updated itself, because... yeah, it's just based on keeping away and attacking rather than using magic, so... so I'll probably still have to go through that menu system in order to use magic, but that is probably a good thing anyway, because I'm sure the AI would be very, very wasteful with their magic points, especially considering they don't have that many. Oh, and I think, I think that might actually be the last of the weapons that you gather, because that fills up the entire menu. I suppose it should be no surprise that magic itself is a skill that can be upgraded just like the weapons. So I just sat here for a little while and just used magic over and over again until Ripley and Sprite have hit their level 1 caps. With Ripley, her magic is just defensive magic, so it's just step out of this palace, use heal a bunch of times, step back in. She restores my mana points, or magic points, or mana points. This is the secret of mana. What am I talking about? Use Undine's power to stop the lava in the underground palace. Crystal orbs are made to respond or react to elements' power. Okay, so now I can go back to Gaia's navel, go to that one entrance in the dwarf town, and proceed as planned. Now, I suppose I could use the cannons as a shortcut to get around, but I'm kind of like using this as a little bit of an excuse to not. Oh, I'm looking at Ripley's skill level. So let's see. So he just upgraded his spear. He's still got a little ways to go. I'm using this as almost kind of like an excuse to upgrade my weapons, to fight bad guys, to level up. Like, I probably don't have to, but it's just somewhat convenient. And this is kind of the pole dart is kind of an interesting weapon. It's got like a little bit of an arc to it, which is a little bit odd. Like, it would definitely be faster if I started to use the cannon as just a regular means of travel. Especially since I'm probably not getting that many experience points per bad guy. But I'm still getting a lot of, I guess, a decent amount of weapon skill, because the weapon skill isn't really dependent on the skill of the enemy that you're fighting, or at least it doesn't appear that way. So at the very least, when I get to this cave again, like right now, Nick's the character of Nick in this game is almost fully capped on all weapons. The only one missing for him is the pole dart. Sprite is fully caught up on pretty much most of everything, except for maybe a couple, and then Ripley is caught up on most of everything except for maybe just the pole dart. Maybe the chakram. I'd have to check. And that was a fancy spin move. The game doesn't warn you when characters are ready to go into fancy spin moves. And that's something I kind of like brought up in the Bloodstained Let's Play that I've been doing. Is like the idea of like basic weapon animations. Is like in Bloodstained, your characters generally have just one. Oh, I should be ready to upgrade the gloves. I should have been ready. I probably already was, and I just didn't notice. Is in like Bloodstained, you only have generally like one animation per weapon. Which, on one hand, it makes the fights kind of very basic, but at the same time, you guarantee, like, you press a button, you know exactly what attack you're going to get. Whereas in this game, you press a button, and sometimes you don't know if you're going to get a slash, a stab, a jump, a twirl, and a toss, and sometimes that actually might affect how accurate your attack is going to be. I mean, it's neat that there are different animations, But like, let's say a specialty animation was just given towards like critical attacks. Like every so often, your character can do like a critical attack, and they do a little bit more of a lavish twirl. They do like a jump and a slash, which is something they just randomly do when you press the attack button, which affects the distance you are from the enemy, as well as whether or not you're actually going to hit them. What if there was a way to denote that that upcoming attack was going to be a specialty attack? Like maybe like a soft outline on the character, maybe a message on the screen, at top of the screen that's like, Sprite is pumped. And the next attack happens to be like a fancy, lavish attack, as opposed to just the regular stab or slash or toss. I don't know, just kind of thinking out loud. In the meantime, though, I believe we probably could have actually upgraded the gloves back when we defeated the pets. So, let us... Ooh. The power glove. It's so bad. Alright, now that I'm back here, I can use probably the freeze magic on this crystal ball thing. Excellent. Also, now that I know what the Cup of Wishes does, I bought 4 of them, so even if I run out of magic to heal myself, run out of items to heal myself, I'll still be able to resurrect my characters 4 times. Ah, no, damn you. That is very rude of you for using your weapons to attack me. Also, that guy with the axe is doing a great job protecting these guys with these thrown weapons. Although now that I've got everybody kind of locked in their corners. There we go. Now everything is okay. Also, I probably should mention the opulence of this place. Like, there are like 6 giant torches going on, stained glass windows. And now, should I risk opening the treasure chest? Or is it going to be filled with poison needles? It has candy that I don't need. See, that's the odd thing about this game, is that, like, the treasure chests make you kind of like, do I even want to risk picking up the treasure chest? Oh, hello. No, run away. That missed for some reason? Ma Goblin. Instead of just the kid goblins. Now I'm running off to kill off the goblin's extended family. Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought that was just set decoration. The chess knight is a ghost. Oh. Hello. And these guys. Okay, so I don't need to do anything with that anymore for him, because he's fully upgraded with the axe, whip, chakram, pole dart, bow, spear, and broadsword, but now he could raise his ability with the power glove. And he did absolutely nothing, because he was probably busy dodging attacks. Okay, so hold on. There we go. So Sprite is probably fully upgraded with this sword, spear, but now he also has to upgrade the chakram, pole dart. So we will swap that out to the pole dart. And there's probably another switch on the other side, because why would the game give me 2 paths but only expect me to go down one? And I was gonna say there are no enemies, but nope, just one bat. Who are we gonna send to guard this switch that will prevent the heroes from progressing? We will send one bat. Good luck, heroes. Why are there so many switches there? Why is there an abundance of switches? And I suppose what's kind of neat is that fact that, like, this game actually does give characters the ability to heal multiple enemies. Or, sorry, heal multiple characters. Use spells on multiple enemies. Like, it does a less effective version of it, but most of the time, like most games, you have to choose between a cure and a cure all. A damage one character or damage all. Okay, that punch missed him for some reason. So I'm going to use... And the thing is, it doesn't cost anything more. So it feels like there's no real... Like, if you can... Like, I can heal Sprite right now completely, but that wouldn't touch the other 2 characters. So I can just be like, ah, there we go. And now everybody's okay. Everybody's happy, except for these goblins. They are very unhappy. They, unfortunately, went to the AI school for dorks. And learned nothing. And I guess that might be one of this game's greater flaws, is just really poor AI pathing system. And it's something that you generally just see... You're going to see more often than not with your own characters, especially when there are obstacles in the map. But the fact that I can just kind of like sit here and just cheese out these goblins... Like, I'm sure if I got into a decent fight with them, brought these other characters a little bit closer, this fight would be faster, but there would be a little bit of damage rate. Let's say I take like 40 points of damage overall, distributed amongst all 3 of these party members. Like, it would be faster, but I don't know, I guess that's the reason why there are, like, players sometimes take the cheap tactics. Like, think about how many games that you've played where you've come up with a cheap strategy to win. Just like, you know it's cheap. You know there's no skill involved. You're just sitting... How many guys are actually in this pile? You're just sitting around, minding your own business, doing the simplest thing over and over in hopes to succeed. Like, you could argue that, the entire process of, like, when you play Dark Souls, the idea of spinning around a guy until your face is back and then backstabbing him is itself kind of a cheap strategy because it avoids the actual, like, sword play. Also, I wonder if Ma Goblin is reproducing. Like, if she's creating new goblins as we speak. In which case, this fight would go on for an eternity. But not really that long, because I will eventually die. Of boredom. But, like, think about any type of game where you've tried to find that cheap strategy in order to succeed. Actually, no. This fight won't actually go on forever. eventually there's going to be a point in which all of my damage hits Mogoblin. Because if Mogoblin is constantly resupplying the right kid goblins, then ultimately I just need to kill the Mogoblin in order to stop them from respawning. And I have hit Mogoblin a few times in this battle, and like she's not healing or anything, so there's going to be an eventual point in which she is defeated. Alright, they're defeated. I can stop messing around with that. I probably let that go on for a bit too long. Nope, nope. There we go. See, now this guy, he's just kind of standing right in front of... I don't know how the... Interesting. So he's standing in front of the whip point. But that's okay. That was a whole bunch of misses. I am not entirely sure how this chakra missed all of those guys. But at the very least, now I've got, oh my gosh, more attacks going on, so these enemies that are multiplying aren't really spreading that quickly. And I can hear somebody snoring. They woke up. Defender? Okay, I guess they have magic. And, yep, Mogoblin does spawn allies. So I probably should target her first. That way I don't end up in the same position that I was before. And let's see. She still has to upgrade her gloves. Damn it. Nope. Stop attacking Sprite. That. Every time he gets back... And he's dead. Every time he got back up, he was getting knocked down again. Just kind of getting locked into a repeated cycle of knockdowns. And that's the way that this game works, is because the damage gets... Oh my gosh, now she's dead? Because, like, it takes a while for the damage to register. Like, it enables people to just kind of constantly get locked up in their get-up animations. So, I guess I'm using 2 of my Cup of Wishes already. Also, why am I using the... Oh yeah, because I had the pole to get around. Okay. That went well. As I managed to lock the Mogoblin up this time. Stun lock the Mogoblin this time, so I was able to avoid her spawning too many bad guys. See, what's most disappointing about the Chess Knight enemy is they don't move like Chess Knights. If they moved like Chess Knights, that wouldn't really... That would be a little bit tricky. But at the very least, it would be thematically appropriate. Why is that? Why is that a hallway to nothing? Also, I think these goblins are regularly overworked. There are kid goblins that are falling asleep, ma goblins that are just passed out inside hallways. This is the stage room. You can't barge in here. We gnomes won't allow it. What a windbag, little brat. Why are... Take this! This is an outrage! Oh, I'm out of here. Look, back there! Ah, it's a boss fight. Okay, so let us swap out weapons. What shall I have them use? Do I want them to use long-range weapons and play a game of keep away, or long or short-range weapons? I mean, like if the enemy uses powers or anything, the powers are always going to interrupt their attacks. But at the very least, if the enemy does, like, just very basic... Yeah, and this one interrupted everybody! Okay. So I should also have, what's-her-face, Ripley use Ice Saber, once this guy rematerializes, eventually. So... Fire Gygus. So that I could have... Ooh, on all of us. And then he just disappears. Boss music is pretty cool, though. Okay. I probably should heal right now. And everybody. Because everybody's dying a little bit on the inside. Fire Gygus gets whacked. See, it would be nice if he didn't just... Lava Wave. It would be nice if he didn't just... Oh my gosh. Repeatedly stunlock everybody with his abilities. And that wasn't enough for Sprite. Okay. So I will stunlock him with Acid Storm? Energy Absorb. Let's see, let's bring up Undine and Freeze. But he disappeared. Now is the time to break the ice. The Iceman cometh. He can't be targeted. Oh, because he's dead. Amazing. That went pretty well. I wanted to say more Arnold Schwarzenegger quotes from Batman and Robin, but I'm gonna have to save that for another time. Way to go! Got Axe's Orb. Ah, alright. And what have we here? Ah, it's the gnome. Phew, thanks. That oaf was always bugging me. Forgive me. I used you to get some relief. dolt. Serve me, and maybe I'll forgive you. Otherwise, I'll throw you to my servant, Nick. Hey, no, let me be your servant. Hey, who are you calling a servant? Oh dear. Anyway, call me anytime, anywhere. Now close your eyes. Both you and your wife may summon me. What? Me married to that? I like your style, gnome. This is an incredibly awkward conversation. Well, that's that. Be seeing you. Got gnome's powers. Alright. To the mana seed, which is right up the staircase. Received the seed's power. Hey, Sprite! Oh yeah, because the Sprite lost his memory. Ow, my head! You okay? Oh! Oh! What's wrong? Whew, I can remember everything now! We live in the Upper Land Forest. You've got to take me there. I'll let you hang out with me until we arrive. Wow, what a treat. We get to hang out with him. Did you hear that, folks? Although now I gotta get out of here. Is that the long way? It's probably the long way. Although actually I probably should see what magic they just got. Earth Slide, Speed Down, and Gem Missile. And she has Stone Saber, Defender, which I saw somebody use earlier, and Speed Up. Alright. Which I suppose is interesting that that's a Earth ability rather than like a Wind ability, but I guess you gotta have it somewhere. And having it like slow down and speed up come from the same magic source, at the very least, it's interesting enough. It makes sense. Oh yeah, and because I've restored the palace, there are no more enemies here. So at the very least, I don't have to defeat any sleeping goblins. So this means I probably should head back to the water... No. The water temple, get a little bit of guidance as to what I'm supposed to do next. Alright, Luca. I'm willing to accept your restorations. I would like to save my game. Gemma has not returned from Pandora yet. Something must have happened to him. That is very clear. He hasn't returned from Pandora. Okay, so go to Pandora, find Gemma. Alright. Thank you for watching. Questions, comments, recommendations for something to play next? Comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long for now.